Hey yarn friends, welcome to LlamaMamaKayla's Yarn Tube. So I'm so glad you stopped by for a visit today, and I wanted to share with you some awesome things that my yarn has been turned into, and so we will get started with that. So one thing that I have made is this camouflage teddy bear. Now you probably did see recently that I made a camouflage teddy bear I had in the fair, but that one had hunter's orange on the ears and on the tips of the arms and feet, and this one does not. So I made him on the large Addy machine, and his arms and legs were made on the 10 peg flower loom, and his tail was also, see his little tail there, and his ears were made on the flower loom, and his muzzle was made on the 24 peg loom. But anyway, and he is made with the Red Heart Camouflage Jumbo, Super Saver Jumbo skein. So anyway, his arms and legs move so he can sit down, and he just turned out really cute. And then I made that one with the orange on it also. So I set him over there. And then I also made this kind of a 4th of July Patriotic USA teddy bear. So I made him with that Red Heart, I can't think of the name of that yarn. I don't know if it's American, Americana, something like that maybe, but it's Red Heart yarn. And so I love the way it's striped up. You see he's got some blue and then red and white stripes. So I gave him a blue muzzle and blue ears. And then we have the blue for the, part on the flag of the stars. And both arms ended up red and white striped. I had one leg, and then one leg was the blue. So I really like how the yarn worked up on him. And he also sits down. His arms move, so he's quite cute sitting there. I'll set him over here. So, besides those two bears, I made a elephant in honor of the Dumbo movie that just came out. And so, he's got floppy little ears here, little bitty feet and arms, and then his trunk, and then a yellow ruffle around his neck, and then I gave him a big yellow hat. And he is made with a Red Heart turquoise, and then a Red Heart bright yellow, and then he has a little tail with some little bitty hairs, some little hairs at the end of his tail. So his tail actually kind of curls like this. So anyway, he turned out really cute. He looks cute setting up. And then sit there. And then I made this octopus. So I made him with the homespun yarn, and I made him on the 31 round peg loom, and I used 2 strands of the homespun held together to make him. So he feels pretty thick. And then his legs I made on the 10 peg loom, and his legs are really chunky and just fat. So I like how he turned out. And you can see his legs all lay flat, so when he lays on the table, he's just laid out all flat like this. So he worked up pretty quick, using 2 strands of that yarn together. He did. So I like how he turned out. And then another project that I made recently is, or I made it for those fall holidays, is this little pumpkin. And a teddy bear pumpkin. And so the pumpkin part is made with that Red Heart super, super bright orange. I'm not sure the name of it. It might be called Flame, but it's like a neon orange. I actually call it Hunter's Orange because it is, very bright orange. And so I sewed him a little head on and some arms, a little muzzle and ears, and a little top of the pumpkin, and then a little curly vine. Oh, and his little stem there. So I have him setting out, and I'll leave him setting out through Thanksgiving. So he's cute. And then the other thing that I have been working on is circles. If you've seen my other videos about the mystery blanket, you'll know that my life is circles. Now, I have plenty of time to work on other projects. But just to give you a little idea about what that's about, if you haven't seen those videos, is making these little circles and sewing them together to make a row. This is working on row 2. Oh, excuse me. I'll show you my row 1 of the blanket. The title of it is a mystery Blanket Loom A Long. Some people are crocheting and some are knitting, but a majority of the people are looming the circles. So we make these circles and then sew them together, and we make a row. So this is row 1, and it is 40 circles long, which equals about 62 inches, I believe. And then that's the end of the row. So it actually is, I can't really stretch it all the way out. So it's going to be a pretty wide blanket, and also it's 40 circles across, and it would be 40 circles tall. So so it'd end up being about 62 by 62 inches. So if you haven't seen those videos and you want to check them out, they're in a playlist, and they're titled Mystery Blanket Loom A Long. There's an introductory video, and that shares the yarn that we're using, or the yarn I'm using, and then anyone who follows along can pick, yarn that they have in their stash that kind of matches that the closest they can. And the second video is how to make the circles. The third video is how to sew the circles together. And on Sunday, the first row was released. So it's the first row of the pattern. So each Sunday, a new row will be released. So if you want to check that out, it's in my playlist of Mystery Blanket Loom A Long. And also, I'll probably leave the link below. And I wanted to invite everyone to join my Facebook group, which is LlamaMamaKayla. And a lot of my subscribers are coming over and joining that group. And we're going to be, talking about the blanket, sharing pictures of the progress of our blanket, and also just sharing pictures of other projects you're working on or have made. And it's just a place to chat and get to know each other a little better, and to allow me to see your projects, because I love to see what people turn their yarn into. I can see the yarn at Walmart and Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's, but I want to see your projects. So anyway, I invite you to come over, and I'll leave a link below for that. But I hope everyone is doing great, and I just want to thank you for stopping by for a visit. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe below so that you can follow my projects in the future. And there's a little bell will pop up, and you can hit that bell so that you get notifications. But anyway, I hope you all have a great week, and I will visit with you again soon.